I was riding home the other day and I thought, you know what? I was talking to myself about, things that I went through when I first bought this touring model. And I thought, well, why not? Fuck it, I'll make a video. I've been making videos. Let's make a video about, I'm going to tell you my story. If you get something out of it, fucking great. If you don't, then that's great too. All right. So first things first. My first bike was a fucking 2019 Street Bob, and the handlebars basically sat about right here, like, so you could see my arms. So just the positioning of my arms, like where they are, right? This is where my arms were on the Street Bob. So when I bought this bike, it comes with stock handlebars that sit like this. They're really fucking low, and they're like closer to you. So when I sat on it, I took it for a test ride, and I was just like, holy fuck, that's like, I don't know, really uncomfortable. I think it has something to do with like psychologically or whatever. Like, when shit's coming at you, you tend to want to put your hand out. So when my hands are like low and like not on guard, like, I don't know, it's less comfortable. This way is more comfortable. And some guys like it fucking, ape hangers up top, up high. I've heard horror stories, or not horror stories, but I've heard stories guys talk about when they go too high, their hands tend to fall asleep because of the blood flow, This has seemed to be like a good fucking, like almost like a perfect height for me. So I actually had these bars added before I drove it off the lot, just because of ergonomics, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So the trade-off is that if you look, here is the front fairing. This design on the bat wing, where it comes out here, there's an interface when you're breaking through the wind where the wind is like non-existent. And what this fucking bat wing does is it puts that pocket of fucking stagnant air right where the stock handle is. So when you're riding like this, the wind is it's going right on your knuckles. So not a big deal. Doesn't really affect me, but in cold weather you better be wearing some good gloves. You can't really ride with no gloves on. If you get on the freeway for 20 minutes, you'll start to get like windburn and shit on your knuckles. So I mean, that's the trade-off. It's not a big deal. I wear gloves every day I ride, every time I ride anyway. I mean, I don't wear, like, I'm about to go to the gym right now. It's half a mile away. I won't wear gloves to that. So, but yeah, that's really the trade-off. The other thing, talking about wind, is this guy. So this bat wing, this fairing, it comes with a stock like 3-inch high windshield. It's like here, which when you're riding, like that pocket that I'm talking about, that interface between fucking wind and no wind, with that 3-inch windshield, that fucking interface is right here on my nose. I'm 5'10" on a good day, so if you're 6 foot or anything, it's gonna be like right here. And what that does is, the most turbulent spot is between like no wind and wind. And so it just creates this fucking vibration, this wobble on your head the whole time you're riding. So anything over 20-30 minutes, by the time you get there, it's just like, you just have like this hum, and it was giving me a headache daily. So I went out and got this one, where this is it's a 9-inch one. I got it off of Revzilla. It has these little curves that, they show you little videos where it helps with wrap the wind around you, but yeah, basically, so now with this windshield, the interface is like here. So this whole area is just in a pocket of no wind, which reduces sound, reduces vibration. Longer rides are way easier. Aesthetically, I'm not excited about the look. When it comes to Harleys, we all a lot of times we want to get things because we think they look cool, but sometimes you got to go with pragmatic shit, what works, what's practical. What's functional, what adds value to my ride, to my experience, not just to how it looks. I think this windshield's ugly as fuck, but I can't live without it. I love it too much. You can get them tinted, clear. If you go too dark on that tint, it on a sunny day, the sun's up here, the tinted window isn't doing anything anyway. And what it does is, if you have already a tinted visor and you have a fucking tinted windshield, everything you see through this window, which is a good portion of what's coming at you, is you're lowering your visibility. So it's kind of annoying. But this one has a very small tint on it. Seems to be good. The other thing, handlebars, windshield. So basically covering kind of the front of the bike. With the handlebars, the other thing to think about is what I got here. I got 14-inch handlebars. That is the highest you can go without changing the stock cables. for the clutch and for the brake. If you go any higher than this, you're gonna have to add just a, not too much more expensive, but you're gonna have to do some modifications to that. As you could see, these are fucking pretty much stretched out there. That's all they got. Anyway, like I said, if you go any higher than this, and I would say you're running into pins and needles on your fucking knuckles 20 minutes in to your ride. So this is a comfort for me. I like it. The other thing is the mirrors, because it all kind of goes together, right? So the old handlebars, the stock handlebars are right here. This is where the fucking stock mirror goes. The stock mirror is a fucking great mirror. It is a good size. It's got great visibility, and just the fucking where it's located is kind of perfect. When your hand's here, and all of this is in your fucking way, you kind of gotta move your head to see, and that's not a good ride. That's not a good fucking deal. So getting the fucking mirrors up here. So the first thing I did is I put mirrors up here. But the first mirrors I got were about the size of my fucking fisheye lens here. They were a little fucking dot here that I thought looked cool. Couldn't see shit. It was fucking ridiculous. I don't even know why I did it. Good thing, lucky for me, I was drunk one day. I laid my bike down, broke the mirror, had to go get new ones. Actually, second iteration of my mirror fucking adventure is after I broke these ones, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get these. They have these brackets that you bolt on right here, and it lowers the stock mirror down to here. I was like, oh, okay. So everything here, I got the mirror here. It's fucking great. But then I was fucking riding, and I had a fucking big rig. When you're splitting lanes on the freeway and you have traffic slows down and you zip through the middle, let's see, how can I word this? Like, that's fine, that's great. I'm comfortable doing it. Where I get thrown off is, and even if like traffic breaks and stops or speeds up, it's fine. It's when the lane to your left and the lane to your right change speeds. So if the fucking big rig, well, this is it happens frequently, but this is when I fucking lost that left mirror. Is the lane to the right of me had a big rig and was going, I don't know, 30 or 40. I was going about 50. So I was increasing my, I'm passing him because all the cars on my left side are going as fast as me, and so I'm kind of going with the flow of the left side, and I'm going faster than the right side. Well, something happened on the left side, and they all slammed on their brakes. Well, what that does is when you're going 50, if you're going 50 and the lane to your left is going 50, when they all of a sudden go 20 and the lane to your right is going, 30 or 40, it makes this weird, I kind of get vertigo, like instead of everything coming at you in unison, now all of a sudden your right side and left side are coming at you at different paces, and it's drastic and it's fast, and it's like in a second, it's like, phew, and it gives you a little wobble. For me, it does anyway. And so I always tend to lean away from big rigs because I feel like a big rig against me, it's just instant death. So anyway, the big rig next to me started, basically kind of catching up to me because I'm hitting my brakes because the fucking cars next to me are hitting their brakes. I had nowhere to go. And at the same time, the fucking big rig scooted in towards me, and the cars were scooting out towards me. So my window of opportunity shrunk at the same time as everything else was happening, and I hit the car next to me pretty fast. So they reduced their speed to 10 or 20. I'm still going roughly 40, and I slammed into it, had a collision slide kind of thing, and it ripped that mirror off because I had the bracket on it that had it lower, and it fucking hit that piece and ripped it off, put a big fucking hole right there, which is why I get these, they're like metallic stickers. So there's a big fucking hole in my fairing right here. Instead of getting a new one or trying to fix it, whatever, with whatever deals, I just removed them, left the hole, and put these fucking metallic stickers on here, which I love them anyway. So this is great. Worked out for me. So then once that happened, I went and got these ones, which these ones are fucking amazing. The location of them as I'm riding, where I'm looking here, and I'm keeping an eye on my peripheral. This is don't get the little fucking dot ones. They're not gonna do it for you. You're not gonna be able to see what's behind you. With this one, when I look over at this mirror, I have a good sized reference as to what's behind me, and my brain can see and adjust to what's behind me as far as understanding what's going on. If there is a fucking car right here, it will not pop up here, but it will pop up here. And especially at night when you're looking here and everything's a glare and everything's bright, that little shine of a headlight that pops up right here just gives you pause before you fucking change lanes. So anyway, that's my little spiel. Mirrors up top, nice and wide view, little fucking fisheye lens for the tiny little blind spot before you fucking change lanes. Windshield, get up high if you want to protect yourself from the wind on long rides. And then ergonomics of the fucking handlebars being a little bit higher, but not too high. And that's my setup. Those are my thoughts. I'm going to continue making little tutorials about a couple other things, but I mean, if you're thinking about buying a bike or just bought a bike and have, you know, very little experience to no experience, I'm just throwing out these videos for those guys, not for like educational purposes, but just like, hey, this is what I went through a couple years back. These are my thoughts. I've come to realize that most of my learning about anything really, but you know, on this topic about bikes, about maintenance on bikes, about fucking what to expect when riding, all that stuff, all of that comes from experience in riding, but also talking to people that aren't experts, just friends and family that do ride, that have rode. That's where most of my like what I know about bikes, that's where it comes from. Actually doing it, experiencing it, doing things wrong, figuring out the way that fits me best, and then having conversations with people that aren't experts. But you also couple that with go on YouTube and watch videos from professionals. Also watch my videos and subscribe and put a like and add a comment. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Tell me I'm a fucking dumbass, whatever, but leave a comment. You know, one of the channels that I really enjoy, there's this guy named Chopper Josh. Chopper Josh has a TikTok, a YouTube, but he makes really good content when it comes to just bikes in general, but he has a lot of real good how-to videos and like really insightful ones about, like, I feel like he knows a lot about older bikes, current bikes, you know, and the whole gambit of how to navigate between which ones are better, which ones are worse, where they got it right, where they got it wrong, how to fucking do it with upgrades that you should do depending on what year bike you have, depending on what bike you have. I've watched a lot of his content, and fucking that guy does a fucking really good job. So like I said, go to guys like Chopper Josh to get good information. Go to guys like me just if you want to fucking hear some bullshit about a guy's journey riding. Yeah, ride safe.